Hey everyone, Daniel here from Twin Bytes with another quick tutorial for you. This time I've got 6 solid tips for you on how to protect yourself from hackers. People's main concerns about the computer is either that it's going to be crashing, it gets a virus and becomes unstable, or a hacker gets in and steals information. There's many things that you can do to lower the risk of the computer crashing, and your antivirus will help protect you against getting viruses as long as it's up to date and doing regular scans. However, in this video I simplify the complexity on how to avoid hackers getting into your computer. So stick around. The first one is having a good working antivirus, and really, as I mentioned, it's just protecting you against viruses. And one of my slogans is that it's not a virus, it's a hacker, because hackers use various methods to try and gain access to your computer and social media accounts and whatever it is they're trying to hack into. Viruses is just one method, but what viruses can do is not just to gain access to your computer, but also just to wreak havoc on it and cause problems so that they can make the news and say that they created the next best virus that went viral and created the most damage worldwide. And some of the real nasty viruses can not just affect your computer, but they can spread throughout your entire network, whether it's at home or your business. So actually, all of these tips in this video are going to be important for everyone in your business or in your house to follow these steps, because all it takes is one computer to be the weakest link, and that computer gets compromised, all the rest of the computers are at risk. So number 2 is Windows updates. And if you're on a Mac operating system or even Linux, don't think this doesn't apply to you. There are operating system updates and they would apply to you just the same. You want to make sure you're always up to date, and the updates typically will include a few different type of updates. One of them, of course, is just cool new features that they always want to update and keep everything fresh looking. There's performance boosts and bug fixes, but also there's a lot of security holes that need patching, and that is the most important part of the Windows updates, is making sure you get those security patches. Number 3 is software updates. So you've got various software packages, like maybe ones that are built in the computer that came with it from the factory, or ones that you download afterwards, such as Google Chrome for browsing the web, or Microsoft Word or Outlook for doing your documents and emails. You may have some game software like Steam. There's countless applications out there that you could have, and there's way too many to look at manually, but they all get vulnerabilities that need patching, which basically means updating the software. As I discussed in another video that I'll link above and below, is having another software application such as the iObit software updater, and that will allow you to monitor and find out which software is needing an update, and it'll update it for you. And although there's no one single program that can guarantee to catch all the software programs out there that need updating, having something at least will help you, other than just trying to manually go through everything once in a while. That is honestly never going to happen realistically. Number 4 is removing unused or unwanted software. So there could be outdated software even, and you wouldn't even know there's an update available for it because it's just not supported anymore. So if you're not using it, or it's too old or whatever, if you're not using it, just remove it. It's better to get rid of it. Then you don't need to worry about whether or not there's an update for it, or if there's any vulnerabilities that can be exploited. Piggybacking off that is number 5, update your outdated software. So if you're still using Windows 7 or Office 2007, those are old, expired, outdated software programs that, even though they may still work for you, they're not being patched and managed anymore. And even with some newer stuff that is updated and managed and supported, the software developers are always looking at the next thing that's coming out. They're looking at the newest. So they're always going to put more attention and support on the latest version than they ever will on previous versions that are even still supported. So especially if it's something that's not supported anymore and it's that old, which generally speaking 10 years is kind of the mark. So if your software is 10 years older than the date that we're at now, then you're going to want to either remove it or replace it or update it if it's available to do that. So whether it's updating the software, removing or replacing any software that you have, it's all revolving around the idea that software get vulnerabilities that can be exploited by hackers. And I linked to a website and mentioned it in the other video as well, that hackers are able to see what exploits are available on certain versions of certain software programs. So you could easily go in there, plug in your software version, the name of your software and the version that you're using, and find out what exploits are available for that software. And you want to stay up to date and patched so that that software won't get exploited on those vulnerabilities. Finally, number 6 is careful what you click. You may see emails come in from somebody that you know, and it just looks a little off, the wording, and it doesn't quite sound like something that they would say. And you already know, and I've had people call me and they're telling me, well, I thought it sounded weird, but then they clicked on it anyway. Well, if it sounds weird, don't click it. It's probably a scam. If you're getting an email from someone you know, it may be that a hacker got into their account and is sending an email to everyone in their address book using clickbait. Lately, they'll say, can you do me a favor, wait for you to respond, so then they know they got a live one. And then they'll ask you to buy a gift card for them, is one of the popular things. So anything like this, pick up the phone, call the person that emailed you. Don't write back to them and say, hey, I think your email got hacked, because most likely they're not going to get that email. It's the hacker that's going to get the email. Now, as a bonus tip, you want to update your passwords for all your online accounts regularly. So you can create some kind of a spreadsheet of some sort and document when you changed your password last. If you look into certain accounts, like your Google account, for example, it'll tell you the last time that your password was updated. But not all online accounts will give you that sort of information. So you can keep a little sheet for yourself to not only write down for which website, what's your email address and password, but when was the last time you updated that password. And you can also see the complexity of the password as well, which is a whole other video to talk about. You may have heard so many times throughout your life already that there's only 2 guarantees in life: death and taxes. So with everything else, we just got to roll with the punches. And if anybody ever really wanted to hack into your computer, your network, your bank account, your social media, whatever it is, they're going to go relentlessly at it until they get in. And they will eventually get in at some point in time if you don't stay up to date with everything. So if you cover everything that I discussed in this video, you'll be in much better shape than the majority of people out there. And all you need to do is try not to be the weakest link out there or the easiest target. So share this video with your friends, family, colleagues. It's what a good friend would do. If you did find this video helpful, please do hit that like button, consider subscribing, and ring the bell to be notified every time I come out with a new video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.